This is a reminder to try and fail. Okay, I've recorded this video 3 times. I've spoken for maybe 15 minutes, and I could still not get to the point where I was like able to articulate myself and like tell this story fully and do it justice, because I'm just a big proponent on this. And yeah, so that's the theme or whatever of today's video, and it's try and fail at the things you love. Okay, the things you really enjoy, the things you really want to do in life. The other day I was lifting with a great friend of mine, and we were hitting the hack squat machine. If you don't know what a hack squat machine is, it's basically it's like a squat, but you're on like an incline, and as you're going like up and down, as you do with any squat machine, you get to a certain point on the way down where it's just like you're at a certain angle, like maybe you're completely tired, you're completely dead from all the reps you did before, but you get down to a certain point and you fail and you can't get back up. It's a very humbling experience. I've gone through it more than once, plenty of times. And then, it is what it is. There's safeties at the bottom. You take all the weight off, you put it back up, yada, yada, yada. And I was lifting with this friend of mine, and as he was going, he wasn't kind of like great lifter, pushes himself on every single lift, including this one. And he was going like plenty hard, but he wasn't going all the way down to the point where, it's building the most muscle and blah, 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 all that gym stuff. And I kept on telling him like, hey, like you have like this much further to go down, like you can go down that far. And he was like, yeah, like you're right, I should. And then the very next set, like that's it. It was great. He did great, but like that's not building anything. And then the very next set, I'm on him about it. I'm getting on him about every single rep, and he goes down on one rep and he fails. He can't get back up. It is what it is. Like he goes down and it's like, oh shit, and then re-rack the weight, everything else. Very next set, when I tell you that these reps were immaculate, he did not miss a beat. Like every single rep, like just fired off, like great depth, like great everything, like the most productive, the most like muscle building, whatever you want to call it, set ever. Every single rep was killer. Afterwards, dap him out. I said, like, good shit, like you did great. And I think that goes to show that like before he really tasted and knew what failure felt like in that situation, he couldn't succeed at a certain level. He couldn't perform at the highest level. And I think that goes with a lot of things. And when I say try and fail, I know every single person has a moment in their life where they've tried something new, either as a kid or as an adult, and they failed and they felt very embarrassed or whatever it is. But then, you keep trying and you keep getting better and you end up really loving it. Maybe that becomes your new hobby, your new passion, whatever it might be. And I think that this video is a reminder to myself and maybe to others that if you take, those huge, scary dreams and goals in your mind and you treat them the same as like stuff like the hack squat machine, or as when you were a kid and you were like learning how to ride a bike or whatever it is, if you treat it in a similar sense where, hey, there's safeties on the machine, once you go down, you just get off, you re-rack it and you go again. Like I'm blessed enough to have safeties in my life. I have a roof over my head, I have clothes on my back. And I think that we're so scared of like that small moment of failure when no one's actually watching besides yourself, that it paralyzes us from starting or trying and giving it a shot. And yeah, that's why try and fail at the things you really love and you really enjoy. On a similar note, on a very, very similar note, you don't know what you enjoy until you go out and do those things, okay? You don't know what business model, you don't know what girl, you don't know what sport or hobby or career path you want to go down until you've tried a lot of different things, okay? Like, you can't say you don't like, a certain food or whatever without trying it. And what a terrible small analogy. But until you really give everything 100% and you try and you fail, and this is where I was getting at, you fail fast, you know, and you iterate and your brain updates and you figure out like, oh, I ended up not really liking that thing, but I like this part of it. Or, oh, I extremely dislike that. I want nothing to do with that. Or, wow, I really like that, but it was missing this. Like, when you fail at a lot of different things or the things that you love or like feel some conviction to go out and pursue, you understand yourself more. And I think that that is huge. And I think this is an attitude that I will be bringing into the next couple of weeks, months, years, everything. I hope I did this video more justice than the times I tried to record it in the past. I'm excited to watch this again. Yeah, and as I ended off every time, if you're seeing this and you know me, say hi. If you're seeing this and you don't know me, say hi. Yeah,